Welcome back to a new video. So in this video, I'm going to be going over week 2 of building my Ecom brand. And I'm going to talk about the different things I've done this week and the different point that the business is now at compared to week 1. So in week 2, I've spent a few days learning Facebook ads and doing the final touches to my website. So I spent probably about 8 hours going through a Facebook course that I had, learning the different strategies and methods I can use to initially test my product to see if it is worth it or not. So in week 1 of the video, I pretty much just did the basic things. So I set up the branding, I set up the website, and I was just kind of doing all the back end things, choosing the product and stuff like that. So once I'd watched the Facebook course and I kind of knew the strategies that I was going to use to initially test my product using Facebook ads, I had to decide on the different creatives that I was going to use. So after looking on TikTok, I saw there was already quite a lot of videos with the product that I was going to start with. And I could use these videos to re-edit them, put them in different orders, kind of make them my own versions, and then I could use these as the Facebook ads to test the product. I also did a few image ads just because the product that I'm using is very self-explanatory. So the picture of it, you can kind of see what it is, see why it's different to other similar products. The image ads are just a lot easier to make, really less editing, and I can make them quicker. So I made sure that I looked on TikTok at these videos, and I could easily tell which ones got a lot of views and which ones hadn't. So I just made sure to kind of take inspiration from the ones that had performed really well, what kind of hooks had they used, how have they got people's attentions, and I pretty much just replicated that with my own ads. So I did the 4 videos like that, using different hooks, different information on the videos, just so I can kind of test the different things that would work. And then I did 4 image ads, so just different versions and variants of the product, different angles, and I had a bit of text on the images showing the different offers that I'm offering on my website. While I was doing all this, because I've never run Facebook ads before, I had to make a Facebook ad account and then also warm up the ad account just so that Facebook knows that I'm actually going to pay my bill and I'm not a dodgy person. So I set up a page like campaign, which pretty much is just Facebook will advertise my page to people who follow a lot of pages, and then I can pay off the kind of the ad amount that I spend, and then they know or are going to feel more reassured that I'm actually going to pay off if I start spending more. So the next thing I had to do was decide on the budget that I was going to use to test my Facebook ads and the product. So I found this really difficult because every different mentor or kind of guru that I watched had different advice. Some people were saying do £100 a day. If you do less than £100, you're going to be outbidded by competitors and you're not going to get like a fair chance at seeing if your product is worth it or not. But my thinking was that if I was to do $100 a day or £100 a day and my stop loss for the product is 200, if I did 2 days with no sales, then I would have to stop and move on. And this wouldn't really give time for Facebook to learn and kind of get a better audience for the product. So I saw another mentor who said do £30 a day, and just leave Facebook to do the thing with an Advantage Plus campaign, which pretty much just means Facebook will find the audience on its own, knowing obviously how much data it has. It's going to be able to tell this pretty easily. So I did that. I did £30 a day, and just kind of see where that took me. So as I just talked about then, I set a stop loss. So this is good when it comes to product testing because I set my stop loss to £200. So this pretty much means that once I've lost £200, I will decide that's it, I'm going to move on and test a new product. So for example, if I do £30 in ad spend and £15 in revenue, then I've only really lost £15, not the £30. So I was kind of going off this basis. I felt like £200 was enough. That would give me 7 days of ad spend with no sales. And obviously within these 7 days, I can look at the metrics, see what kind of isn't working, and then change it and test new things to try and give myself the best chance of being profitable. Today is currently Friday. I launched my campaign 7 days ago. And then on the Friday, I got 1 sale, which is pretty happy because I only ran for half a day. So it was 1 sale with £24 in ad spend. On Saturday, I got 2 sales with £20 in ad spend. And then on Sunday, I got 3 sales with £36 in ad spend. So the first thing I learned straight away is that I have a really low average order value product. My product sells for $13.95 and my profit is about £7.50. So this doesn't leave me a massive amount of space to kind of have room to test different things on Facebook, because on Facebook, the cost per acquisition, which is pretty much how much you pay per customer, is usually around £7 to £10 when you start. So this means that I was break even or slightly not profitable. So the first thing that I've kind of learned from running this first product is always go for a high ticket product. I do believe that there's just so many advantages to doing this over a low ticket product. You have a lot more profit, which means you can test a lot more things, and just means that you can kind of sell less and make, the same amount of money. So the first thing I did on Monday after the first 3 days had run is I made a bundle. So I used an app on my Shopify store, which pretty much just encourages buyers to buy 2 or 3 variants. And I wasn't sure who would buy it, because I wouldn't be a buyer for this product, and I certainly wouldn't buy 2 or 3. But I woke up on Tuesday morning after I set it up, and someone had bought 3 units in a bundle and 2 units in a bundle. So I was super happy that it kind of worked straight away, and the profit on these bundles is a lot higher than 1 unit. So I was really happy that it kind of worked. Looking at the data that kind of Facebook has, and I can see which creatives are spending more, pretty much all of the ad spend is going on one creative. So the next thing that I'm going to do is going to make some new creatives. So I need to look more closely at this ad and try and figure out why it's worked. Why is this ad working really well compared to the others, and can I kind of replicate it, make similar ones, hoping they can get ad spend sent to them. So I've currently spent about £100 on ad spend, and this is one of the reasons why I wanted to do £30 a day instead of £100 a day, because during the week there are different buying habits from people. So on a Monday and a Tuesday, people obviously in a worse mood, having to go to work, they're less likely to buy things. But Friday, Saturday and Sunday, people are on their phones more, on Facebook, they're much more likely to buy. So I felt like it was giving myself a lot more of a fair chance of testing the product by doing it over 7 days. And I didn't have many competitors, so it was unlikely that I was going to get really outbid. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to test new creatives and kind of see what happens with that. And then I'm going to see what happens for the rest of the week with the ad spend, how many sales I'm getting, is Facebook learning, am I getting a better cost per acquisition with the ads, and then I can kind of make a decision at the end of the week if I think I can scale or not. So with that being said, that's everything for week 2. If you did like the video, make sure you give it a like, and yeah, that's everything. Leave a comment, any feedback or questions you have about starting this brand, and make sure to subscribe to follow the journey. Thank you for watching.